Hey everybody, this is Trevor, founder of InvestorCarrot, and coming at you with another case study from one of our members. In this case study, I've really been looking forward to. Brittany and I actually shot part of it last week. My video recording software kind of took a crap on me, so we're coming back. And if you see little switches where her or I are wearing something different in one frame to the other, then we kind of spliced part of the two interviews together to make one really great interview. But we're gonna dive through. And whether you're an InvestorCarrot member or not, this case study is going to be great for you because you're going to learn Brittany's story and how she started from scratch, from really doing no full wholesale deals on her own, and a couple mindset shifts that she made that led into what she's doing now, and how she's getting her leads now, and how she's getting her traffic now. And she'll update you on some really cool things that are happening for her now. I mean, she just right before I clicked record on this, she's talking about a closing she's got tomorrow there in Baltimore, and she's closed several deals in the past 3 months, and there's really exciting things going on. So I wanted to bring Brittany on so she can share her story, share what's working for her, how InvestorCarrot plays a role in that, and of course what you guys can do from there to hopefully do part of the same thing. So Brittany, welcome on the call again with me, and I appreciate you coming back and doing a second one.
No problem, Trevor. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, totally. So like I said before, we kind of had a chance to do some of this in a call last week, and I know part of it is kind of going to be duplicate of what we talked about last week, but I think it'd be really cool to start out like we did last week, where let's go into your story, you know, how you started, kind of back to those early days, you know, before you had done any deals and stuff like that. Where were you before InvestorCarrot, and what was your life like? What was your business like? Stuff like that.
Well, before I really got involved with InvestorCarrot, I was just like all the other wholesalers. Was, you know, doing direct mail, a little bit of bandit signs, lots of cold calling, door hangers, you know, a lot of offline marketing to try to generate traffic. Mm-hmm. And I had really found out about real wholesaling in like late 2010. I closed one deal 2011, and then I just was doing a bunch of, like, you know, email marketing, sending stuff on Craigslist, and trying to do lease options. Just was trying to really find myself, mm-hmm. and, like, you know, what niche to really do. So January 2013, I really, like, kind of, you know, put, you know, said, you know, this was going to be it. I wasn't going to quit. I was going to do whatever it took to really make this thing work. So I started doing a direct mail again, and I just wasn't really happy with the results I was getting. I was getting phone calls, but I was also working a full-time job. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to call people back during my hour lunch break, trying to sneak away from my desk to take phone calls, doing a lot of trying to fit as much time into no time as possible. Mm-hmm. I was working an hour away, so I was leaving the house around 7, not getting back till 7 at night. So I couldn't see properties at night, and I was kind of pushing everything to the weekend. So I was really frustrated, but I was determined not to quit. So I just kept doing more research to try to figure out what would best work for my situation.
Cool. And one thing I want to kind of key in on, and it really has nothing to do with marketing online, but you mentioned a really crucial mindset shift that you made early on. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember your exact words, but just now, but you said something like, I restarted in January 2013, and I decided I was going to make it work. You know, I was going to make it work no matter what. Of course, right. You probably weren't sure how that was going to happen yet or when exactly, but that's a really critical mindset, and I actually wrote an article about it the other day for our local entrepreneur group in the newspaper here. It was on that exact thing, that as soon as you kind of mentally decide, okay, it's not if this will happen, it's a matter of when and how. Like, mm-hmm. You totally take the if out. If this works, you know you're going to make it work. And it sounds like you made that mindset shift, and you were doing direct mail at the time and things like that, which just didn't work out with your schedule. And it sounds like you were kind of getting burnt out on that part of things. So how'd you make the transition? I guess how'd you make that transition from going, okay, here's what I've been doing, and it's not working. I'm not going to get discouraged, but let me find something else that might work better for me.
Okay. Well, at the time, the company I was working for is called Vocus. They're an internet marketing company. So they do press releases, and they're like, kind of targeting towards SEO and things. That wasn't really my job, but I had to kind of know at least a little bit about it. So I know a little bit about it. What happened was I founded David Corbelly's, and forgive me if I pronounce his last name wrong.
Yeah, you said it right.
Okay. I founded his online course, and this is about April, and I just kind of dove into it. Like, I went through all the courses. It's a lot of information. Some of the trainings are about like 45 to a minute long, and so I founded the course. I said, okay, so I need a website. So then I tried to start looking for like landing pages or squeeze pages such as that, and then I founded one squeeze page, and I was putting keywords onto there, and like I was about to really start building on just one landing page, like trying to fit all of David's training on one page, and then that was until about like late May, early June, when I had when I had connected with Adrian, and he introduced me to InvestorCarrot.
Cool. And for those of you watching this call, so a couple of names that Brittany mentioned, David, he's actually a colleague of ours, and part of one of our trainings, actually what we call the 3 lead per day training built into our system as an upgrade. It's David's training. It's the same one that Brittany went through, that walked her through, how to really do SEO all the way from the basics to the advanced stuff. And there's a lot of other stuff in there as well. But so for those of you who are InvestorCarrot members, Brittany went through the 3 lead per day training system well before it was called that. And David's course, great course. And then Adrian was actually one of our early customers, one of our early InvestorCarrot customers. He's referred quite a few members over to us, and he's doing really well with it. But it was really cool seeing him and Brittany connect and what Brittany's done since then. So you connected with us, you got a site up and rolling, and I guess what's happened since then? How did your business change since then? What did you do to help make that change?
Well, what I basically did was, and I kind of like did it on my own before you guys really incorporated the two together. I just took what David had taught me in the trainings and kind of incorporated with what you guys provided through InvestorCarrot.
Cool.
So, like with the video marketing and with the learning how to do keyword research, which is really important, I just kind of combined those, and then I started getting leads. About late June, early July, I started getting leads, maybe one a week. It started out to be like that, one a week. But it was exciting because the people who were submitting their information, even though I didn't turn those all into deals, I still had to work on negotiating, estimating, and running comps and doing those things. But these were people who were looking to sell. They weren't angry. I mean, how could they be angry? They came to me. So it's, they weren't angry. They weren't frustrated. They were just looking for help, seriously looking for help. So, and as the months picked on, I started picking up more leads. I was still trying to juggle this with a full-time job, but I was getting leads and I was getting experience with talking to more and more sellers, because once I got the information, I would call them when I got a chance versus, me trying to hunt somebody down because they called me and I missed their phone call.
Cool. So you mentioned that you started to get leads, and just so people kind of know, at that time, what were you focusing on to drive traffic to your site? Was it Craigslist marketing? Was it SEO? Was it a combination of both? Kind of how did you start to get that one lead per week and then grow it from there? Okay.
Well, I did hire a virtual assistant because, like I said, David's course is really complex. It's really a lot of work. Like, I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So with me working a full-time job, being a mom, it was really, hard trying to do everything. You know, I did some of it. Me and my virtual assistant kind of worked together. She did a lot of Craigslist posting for me. So mixing that with the SEO and video marketing really gets you ranked, you know, fast, really, really quickly. And with the keyword research, we did some social bookmarking, blog commenting, said the video marketing, and then like just incorporating those. Basically, all I did was I just incorporated the keywords into the content that you already provided in the InvestorCarrot. And then that's what really kind of drove my ranking up. You know, I saw myself really going from the bottom of like page 2 to page 1, and then really see myself climb and get there.
Cool. So I'm going to pull this up really quick for people to see. So here's one of Brittany's sites. This is where her motivated seller leads come in. And just to show people now, so Brittany's been a member with InvestorCarrot since June of last year. So we're talking, what is that? My math doesn't give it 8 months or so. And you really started to pick up your traffic and your leads even more up to about 1 seller lead a day level, what, a few months ago, a couple months ago. But I'm just going to type in some terms around the Baltimore market that going through this process, going through the 3 lead per day training, applying it. Brittany said it's not something where it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. It's hard work, right? But it's something that anyone can take those videos and just do what the videos show and leverage them inside of our system. So she's ranked number 2 there. That term right there, we've done the research, gets a good amount of searches in the Baltimore market. Let's just look here, Sell House Fast. Baltimore, Google's telling me that people type it in right there, it's ranked number 1. And we can keep on looking at a bunch of search phrases and see what Brittany's popping up for, but just so people watching this case study can see, it's not magic. It's just following a system that works, it's following a process and sticking with it, with that attitude that Brittany mentioned before that she had, that she was going to figure it out. She's going to figure out how to make it work. And so now, Brittany, I guess where are you now with your business? So I know you mentioned that you've closed deals in the last several months. You've got one closing tomorrow. Where are you now with your business right now?
Right now, we're getting about at least 1 or 2 phone calls a day. And just for those, and you know, I want people to understand that this internet marketing is the only marketing I do right now. Like, and it's because I really want to become an expert at it. I know I probably should have another channel, you know, and I read the articles and I know I should, you know, have another way. But right now, internet marketing is 100% my focus. So if I get a phone call, you know, even, you know, sometimes people don't want to type their information in. Sometimes they want to talk to somebody right away. So for me, that counts as an online lead too, because they saw my number somewhere online because there's nowhere else. So I'm getting about 1 or 2 phone calls a day and about 4 online leads a week. So it's been really picking up. I had a closing the first week of this year, which was like the 2nd. I have a closing tomorrow. I have one next week, and then I have one the 5th.
Cool.
And all of those are from InvestorCarrot except for one.
Awesome.
So it's been really picking up, and I just really enjoy it because it's the online leads, in my opinion, this is my opinion, are like some of the best leads out there because these are people that are looking for your help. They're looking for somebody to give them answers, you know, and sometimes the leads that I get, these are people that have properties that are listed with realtors. Some of them I can't help, but then I refer them to others. I had a lady call me asking me for if I knew anybody who did property management. So I refer other property managers. You know, it's people who are out there searching any type of words, just looking for help. So it's a totally different field. You know, I don't have any angry seller calls or anything like that.
And that's a big thing because you mentioned before you were focusing on outbound marketing, right? Door hangers, direct mail, all that kind of stuff. So with that, so all of you guys who do that, I have some friends who do that and they do really well with it and they like that side of things. But yeah, you'll get the angry calls from sellers every now and then saying, "Why did you mail me this thing?" or whatever. But with inbound marketing, which we do here at Carrot, we have a really great system for that. And of course, have the training to help you generate inbound leads where people are looking for you, like Brittany said. And the cool thing about that too, you're not sharing those leads. So you're not buying a list and mailing it to the same person that 20 other investors in your city are mailing it to. That person came to your site. They put in their information on your site. They're your lead. You're not sharing the lead. And they need help. They want help. They're seeking it out, which is a cool thing. So if you don't mind me asking, with those deals that you've closed now with InvestorCarrot, what kind of profits are you seeing on a per deal basis? Is it you're wholesaling, right? So
right.
Okay, what kind of profits have you had from those deals from InvestorCarrot?
So far altogether for the month of January, I've made $7,500.
Cool.
And then the one on the 5th, that's a $5,000
Nice.
$5,000 assignment fee.
Cool. That's awesome. And then you've got another one closing here in a bit. So that's great, guys. And the reason I wanted to bring Brittany on, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Number one, she's a great success story. She was able to shift her mindset, really focus on what she wanted, and she knew she wanted to make it happen. She knew she was going to happen, and just decided to stick with it. And it took some hard work. So I think I know the answer here, but is the work that you guys put in with your InvestorCarrot system, with David's training, is it worth it? Is it worth it so far to put that extra work in to get the extra results?
Yes. I can't wait to see like where it's going to take me by the end of the year. To be honest, like
Yeah.
I'm into I've been doing a lot of reading and David's course is something that I have that even myself I go back and go through. I haven't utilized everything in the course, and this is without utilizing everything in the course. I just went full time in real estate about a month ago, so like I'm still learning and I the reason why I was excited about doing the call is because there are a lot of people out there who are just like me, and I'm not this wholesaling guru. I'm not a techie. I'm 6 months pregnant. So, and I'm just out here just trying to make this wholesaling business work just like a lot of other people are. And, if I can, go ahead and do it, anybody can do it. It's not, the thing about it is you definitely have to be patient with it, but that's just like with direct mail. You have to be consistent at direct mail. You have to be consistent with bandit signs. Any type of marketing you're going to do, you have to be consistent with it. It was just, for me, internet marketing was something that it's something that I enjoy. So once you get, if you're reading this, or if you've been going through all the training and all the stuff, then I think you do enjoy it to some extent to keep doing research, and you just have to implement it, and it will pay off because, the bottom line is that a lot of investors are, it seems more overwhelming, so a lot of people won't step up to the challenge, but it is definitely possible.
I love it. So 2 more questions, then I'll let you get going. So one of them, you just mentioned patience, and this is something we'll see quite a bit with members where they'll sign up and if a month or 2 down the road they're not getting a lead per day or even a lead per week, they're like, this internet marketing thing doesn't work. So just so people can kind of know, just really quickly, what was the timeline for you? So you signed up, and then how long was it until you started to get maybe a lead per week? And then how long did it take to get from there to 4 or 5 leads a week that you're getting now? What was that timeline? It wasn't quick, but sometimes these things take time to catch hold, especially in a competitive market like Baltimore. So what was your timeline?
Yes, Baltimore is really competitive, but for about a lead a week, I would say about 4 or 5 months. So going into like the fall, around October, as the volume started to pick up, and then like around December, so about 6 or 7 months, I would say that's when I got to 4 to 5 leads per day. Mm-hmm. And I mean, not per day, per week. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to per day.
That'd be awesome.
I'm trying to get to per day, but like per week, that's when it about 6 or 7 months, whereas when I got to about 4 to 5 leads per week. Okay. So So during those earlier months, I still was doing direct mail. I still was doing stuff because you still have to drive your business in the midst of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're, patient, there might be people who have more time than I did, more money, and can probably get those results quicker if they can build maybe a bigger system or more help, or
Mm-hmm.
It's all based on your situation. But if you're doing it all alone and you have one VA, you don't have a bunch of money, not a bunch of time and things like that, yeah, you have to be a little bit realistic about it, because you're trying to rank through Google,
Mm-hmm.
which you have to go through algorithms and a bunch of other stuff that I've been learning along the way.
Yeah.
In order to get to that point.
Cool. I like it. So let's wrap this up, and
Okay.
I guess let people know really quickly kind of what your plans are moving forward, and what you want to do moving forward, how you want to grow your business.
The next step with the internet marketing I want to do is I'm really concentrating on content marketing now. Trevor just did. I've talked to Trevor about it. He just did, a great training on it. It's something that I know I need to do to really stand apart from my competition, and really, not only just rank high, but also get more engaged. And I'm trying to take, SEO to the next level. I've already ranked. That's cool, but you have to, kind of engage and really build a brand. So that's where I'm really trying to take it next, is with the content marketing, and then get into David's level with the 3 to 4 leads per day.
Mm-hmm. I like it. So I'll wrap up with this and I'll let you get going. But for people who want to get similar results to you, they know they just heard that you said it took you 5-6 months to really get to a level to where you were getting enough leads to do some good deals, and even mentioned you did that deal in January, $7,500 profit. The one here recently, $5,000. You've got another one here shortly. So the ROI on this, as far as the monthly cost of InvestorCarrot is concerned, is huge. Of course, you've got time and stuff like that you've got to figure in too. But so just out of those 2 deals, you've got $12,500 in profits, when the InvestorCarrot system is only $49 a month for you. $600 a year. So crazy high ROI. It takes a little bit more work, guys, but like Brittany said, there's a timeline where the first 3 or 4 months you just got to get to work and get some stuff going if you want that long-term benefit. If she would have stopped at month 2, month 3, month 4, even month 5, she never would have got that first deal and these recent deals now. And now she's reaping the benefits from being patient, and it's just going to keep growing, just going to get more leads, and just going to get more deals from it. So I'm excited for you, Brittany. I really appreciate you hopping on here with me again. And you and I are going to be working together, like we've already talked, on some other things, testing some things with you, and trying to get your site to convert even better, and get some of your traffic to come back through retargeting, which we're going to be putting that into the 3 lead per day training as well. And you'll get access to that too. So I appreciate you coming on, Brittany. Any parting words for all those new InvestorCarrot members or people watching this going, I'm not sure if internet marketing works for real estate. I'm not sure if InvestorCarrot works. Do you have any words for people like that?
Yeah, I honestly haven't seen any other real estate sites that provide this much content with this much training all in one bundle for the price that's very, very reasonable. I mean, like, $50. I was paying this before I was closing any type of deals, just with my, money I was making at my job. And, I tell people, start with the easiest way to start is like with the YouTube videos. Start with the YouTube videos and, long tail keywords. Like those are some of the biggest tips that have really, helped me. So yeah, you're not going to find any other company out there that's going to provide this much content. You can find people out there who are going to give you sites and landing pages and things like that, but you're going to have to come up with this content on your own, which can take, days, hours, weeks as it is, and they're already providing this for you. So, take advantage of that. Take advantage of the training that's in InvestorCarrot.